Hello and welcome to CI/CD Test. I am Naveen Kumar, your lead trainer. So guys, the question that we have picked for this video is write a program to find if number entered by the user is a prime number or not. So basically हमें एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम बनाना है जिसमें सिस्टम हमें बताए कि यूजर ने जो नंबर एंटर किया है रन टाइम पर वो एक प्राइम नंबर है या नहीं। सो गाइज इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन को पूछने का सिर्फ एक ही मकसद है इंटरव्यूअर का। द इंटरव्यूअर रियली वांट्स टू आस्क यू अबाउट how to take user input at runtime. The first very intention is this, and the second intention is, are you really having the knowledge of Java operators? The second intention behind asking this question is this. And of course, are you able to really manage your code or write your code is also the intention, the basic intention behind this question. So let's quickly move to our Eclipse. Now here we have a Java package which is named as Java questions, and then we have a class which is named as prime number, and then this is the declaration of main method. पहले तो हम एक वेरिएबल बनाते हैं which is int n, or let's say int number. Now this is a variable which is declared but yet not defined. We have declared this variable but अभी हमने इस variable को define नहीं किया है. Also let's take another variable which is going to tell us. So rule क्या कहता है? Prime number अगर हम निकालना चाहते हैं तो rule ये कहता है कि either the number should be divisible by its own self or the number 1. सो सिर्फ दो ही नंबर से डिविजिबल होगा नंबर, एक 1 से और एक खुद से. So for that we have to declare and define one more variable which is our count, that is remainder count is equals to 0. Now here we have defined and declared this variable as 0. In the next step what we have to do is this number, we have to pick this number at runtime like we have discussed. रन टाइम पर इस नंबर वेरिएबल की वैल्यू पिक करने के लिए व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इज फर्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू आस्क द यूजर टू एंटर द नंबर space. Now to take the input from the user at runtime we are going to use the scanner class. This is the syntax to invoke scanner class and give it a variable reference using new keyword, and here we are going to use system.in. Now the moment we are going to define scanner class over here, we are going to use scanner class over here, we will be having this error. इसको बेसिकली कुछ नहीं चाहिए, इसको इंपोर्ट चाहिए और वो इंपोर्ट आएगा कंट्रोल शिफ्ट ओ दबाने से. सो कंट्रोल शिफ्ट ओ दबाने से वी हैव आर इंपोर्ट जावा यूटिल स्कैनर. सो दिस इज ऑटोमेटिकली गिविंग अस द राइट इंपोर्ट by pressing control shift o. Now in the next line what we'll do is, अब जो भी इनपुट हमें रन टाइम पर यूजर से मिला है यूजिंग दिस स्कैनर क्लास, उस नंबर की वैल्यू हम नंबर वेरिएबल, इस पर्टिकुलर नंबर वेरिएबल में स्टोर कर देंगे. सो वो कैसे करेंगे? यूजिंग नंबर इक्वल्स y which is a variable reference of scanner class, जहां से हमें इनपुट मिला है यूजर से. So this is the input that we are getting. We are giving the value of this that we have got at the runtime by the user. We are storing that value for the number, integer number. For that the method that we are going to use is next int. So whatever input that will be provided by the user, now that input is stored in this particular integer. Now this number variable has a definition which is given by the user at runtime. I hope this is clear to you now. Moving on, now we have to see if the input provided by the user is a prime number or not. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to start our for loop. So guys, in for loop, what we are going to do is we are going to take an integer variable which will be I, and we are going to make sure that this loop starts with 1, so I equals 1. अब इस लूप को 1 से स्टार्ट करके हम लोग ले जाएंगे कहां तक, I लेस देन इक्वल्स नंबर विच इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय द यूजर एट रन टाइम. सो जो भी रन टाइम पर यूजर प्रोवाइड करेगा नंबर, उस नंबर तक ये लूप चलेगा. लेट्स से यूजर ने प्रोवाइड किया नंबर 8, तो ये लूप चलने वाला है नंबर 8 तक. सो 8 टाइम्स दिस होल लूप इज गोइंग टू be running, and then we are going to declare the loop over here I plus plus. Now we are going to set the boundary for this for loop. अब इस for loop के अंदर we are going to define our if condition. अब इस if condition के अंदर हम लोग चेक करेंगे कि 1 से स्टार्ट होकर till the number itself अगर ये loop count चलता है तो ऐसे कितने केसेस हैं जहां रिमाइंडर 0 आता है. What I mean is, what I am trying to tell you over here is, अगर यूजर ने इनपुट प्रोवाइड किया द नंबर 8, तो ये लूप चलेगा 8 बार. अगर यूजर ने प्रोवाइड किया नंबर 9, ये लूप चलेगा स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 to 9. But to reach to a conclusion that this particular number which is provided by the user is a prime number or not, we have to first divide that number by 1, starting from 1 to that particular number. And there can be only two instances or two cases where the number is divisible and the remainder which we are getting is 0. So the remainder that we have to get, remainder should be 0. Only then, only two cases should be there. सिर्फ दो ही केसेस होंगे कि रिमाइंडर हमारा 0 आए, तब वो प्राइम नंबर है, और else it is not a prime number. So this is what we are trying to achieve over here, that whenever we divide that number with I, then the remainder should be 0, equals 0. This modulus operator over here talks about the remainder, which should be 0 if the number is divided by I, which is 1 for the first loop case, is equals 0. Then what this if condition should do, this if condition should increase the count of this variable, guys, the R count, the remainder count. So this was the reason that we have the definition of this variable is 0 over here. And now getting out of this for loop, what we will do is we will define another if condition outside this for loop, and हम लोग इस R count को पकड़ के डिसीजन मेकिंग करेंगे that if this R count is equals to 2, that is the number is only divisible 2 times, that is when the number is divided by all the numbers smaller or equal to the number provided by the user itself. So if the R count is equals to 2, then we can justify this that the number is either divisible by 1 or by itself. Okay, अगर R count 2 है तब ही ये इसके स्कोप में जाएगा और सिस आउट करेगा that the number provided by the user, we are using concatenation over here, is a prime number. Or else it is not a prime number. The number is not a prime number. So now when we will run this whole program, what will happen is गाइस ध्यान से देखिए और समझने की कोशिश कीजिए। पहले तो ये यूजर से इनपुट मांगेगा एक नंबर which will be stored in this variable, which is variable reference, which is y in this line. So this is the variable reference जहां पर ये नंबर स्टोर होगा the moment the user will provide at runtime. अब ये नंबर आने के बाद यही नंबर जो यूजर से मिला है, इस नंबर को हमने इक्वल कर दिया और इस पर्टिकुलर वेरिएबल को हमने असाइन कर दी ये वैल्यू जो हमें यूजर से रन टाइम पर मिली है। इसके बाद जब हमारा फॉर लूप चालू होता है तो ये तब तक चलेगा जब तक वो नंबर नहीं अचीव हो जाता, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द नंबर 1। एज इन अगर यूजर ने नंबर प्रोवाइड किया 3 तो ये लूप चलेगा 3 टाइम्स स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द नंबर 1। सो अब होगा क्या कि जब ये यूजर ने प्रोवाइड किया नंबर 3 तो फिर ये आएगा फॉर लूप में। फॉर लूप में आते ही ये देखेगा इंट आई इक्वल्स 1। आई क्या लेस देन इक्वल है नंबर इटसेल्फ से विच इज 3? हाँ है। अब ये आगे बढ़ेगा और जैसे ही ये पूरा लूप खत्म होगा एक वैल्यू इंक्रीज कर देगा आई की। फिर दोबारा से ये लूप चलेगा और अब आई की वैल्यू होगी 2। क्या ये नंबर फिर दोबारा से जो प्रोवाइड किया था यूजर ने वो लेस देन इक्वल्स है आई के? फॉर श्योर है। सो 2 इज लेस देन इक्वल्स 3, ये कंडीशन फिर सेटिस्फाई होगी एंड नाउ द लूप विल अगेन move inside the scope of for loop, and then again it will increase the number to 3. The I number is equals to 3. Now again it will go inside the loop and it will check whether the number which is 3 is less than or equals 3, which is again satisfying, and then again it will enter inside the scope of for loop, and now the number is 4, which is because of this. Now the number is 4, again less than equals 3, which is not a satisfactory condition as per this. So now the loop will be getting over and the if condition, if else condition outside the loop is going to be executed. अब इसी पूरे एग्जीक्यूशन में अगर दो ही बार ऐसा हुआ है कि the 3 divided by 1 is equals to the remainder is equals to 0. Let me clear this. So 3 is the number divided by I, which is 1 in the first loop case. So 1 is equals to 0. The remainder is going to be 0. Okay. So this will increase the hour count to 1. Okay. Here it was 0. Okay guys. So here it was 0. अब increase हो जाएगा hour count 1 पर। The next step is जैसे ही R count 1 हुआ, now in the next step of the loop the I changes to 2. So 3 divided by 2, in this case remainder is not equals to 0. So it will not increase the R count over here. Okay, R count is equals to 1 in sec if I equals to 2. Now in the last loop when I equals to 3, in this case 3 divided by 3, again the remainder will be 0. The remainder will be 0 guys. So in this case again the R count is going to increase. Now the R count will be 2. So the moment the R count is 2, it will go inside the scope of if condition. But this number that was provided by the user was 3. That is the reason that it has gone to 3 loops. If the number is 10 for say, then the loop is going to check from 1 till 10. So I hope this is clear to you now. If the R count is 2, it is going to go in the scope of if condition. If it is not, then it is going to go in else condition. So guys, I hope this is clear to you. Now quickly let's just run this program and see what happens. So the system is asking us for an input which will be, let's say let's say 64, and now I'll press the enter button, and now it is showing us 64 is not a prime number. We will again run this and check with a prime number input which is 7, and press the enter button, and here it is saying 7 is a prime number. Let's check it for another input which will be 121. Let's see, 121 is not a prime number, but what if I enter 3? What if I enter the number 3, which is, we all know, is a prime number. So guys, here it is all for you. आगे से whenever you attend the interview, please go through this once, so that in case if the interviewer asks you, you come out from that interview with a great impression. So this was about it. Please do follow us on Facebook, Insta, YouTube and LinkedIn. The links will be provided in the description. Also, I request you all to go to cicdtest.com, and over here there is contact us button. Just click over here. It will take you down and scroll down the whole page to this section where you can register yourself. You have to provide your full name, phone number, email ID, city, and you have to select any one option from the drop downs available over here. And then you simply have to click over here and click here to register. So guys, our team will be contacting with you as soon as possible. If you have any query, we are welcoming any query from your end. Thank you so much for your time. This was Naveen Kumar, lead trainer in CICD test, signing off.